So,
Hello.
hello, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, man. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here. So, talk to me. Who is Stretch? Where did it all start?
Yeah, man. Stretch DCM. Yeah, did it start? Basically, 2017 was my first release. I've always kind of had lyrics, had bars, done things, but it was always just in the background, you know. And then spoke to my friend who was like researching some stuff, and he's like, "Yo, you know, we can really start releasing music. We can get you songs on Spotify, do all this." So I said, "Yeah, man, let's do it." And then first release, 2017. Welcome to Brum. That was it. And then from then, just been murking and working, really. Yeah, man. That's who Stretch is, really. I've got a life outside of Stretch, but for when you get Stretch DCM, it's grime music. It's good vibes.
Yeah, I was just about to say, talk to me about like the kind of music that you make.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a grime artist, but obviously I tap into different genres. Like naturally, 140 BPM and above is kind of my kind of normal kind of zone. But yeah, man, grime music. But I try to keep it authentic to me. I'm not like a criminal or dangerous person, so I've got authentic lyrics or schemes about things rather than just saying that I'm gonna bad people up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, fully.
Yeah.
So you are Birmingham based?
Yes, yeah.
What's it like being in the middle, like smack bang in the middle of the Birmingham music scene?
It's good, you know. I'm not gonna complain, you know, cause there's a lot of talks about Brum not having a lot of infrastructure and, you know, comparisons to other cities, but right now there's a lot of stuff going on. There's good movements, there's a lot of things bubbling on the underground. There's events, there's big names that are getting pulled back out and are coming and doing things in the city. So we're doing good stuff in Brum at the moment. There's a lot of events, South Success, ALB, there's, you know, the Call Up. There's a lot of things going on, so it's good right now. It's lively, yeah.
How does being in that kind of scene influence like your music?
It motivates me, innit? Because I can't sit at home and twiddle my thumbs when I know that Trappy's doing that one and he's doing a tour and Mayday's just done an event or this person's just dropped this. Like it just fuels my motivation to make me say, okay, then cool, I need to get active. What can I be doing? And I think it's stepping outside of the crabs in a bucket mentality of I need to compete with that person. Yeah. It's more, how can we collaboratively do this? And I think something that makes sense is like a rising tide lifts all boats, and it's so if we all kind of strengthen each other's numbers, like, share, turn up to certain things together, we can all benefit from it then.
Nah, for real. Like, I think that's such a good thing about the Birmingham music scene is like, as much as people say, like you said, you know, there's no infrastructure to it, everybody that is in it is so like tightly knit and like everyone is supporting everybody. Like I don't think I've ever really come across anyone in the scene that's like selfish and is like, no, this is my thing, I'm doing this. Like, everyone's all about helping people.
So far, nothing that we've come across so far in it. But again, if you're sick, I think this is the kind of meaning behind ALB, awful lot of Birmingham. Like if you're from Brum, even if you're from the Midlands really, but obviously it's awful lot of Birmingham because that's where we're from, innit? But if you're doing stuff in the city, if you're putting your shoes on in the morning and going to work and doing that at a high level in Brum, you're doing an awful lot of Birmingham stuff. Like it's about that unity of that we can all do it together, we can all kind of get behind each other's things and make sure we push each other to where we don't need the infrastructure now, or we build our own infrastructure, which I think is going on more so at the moment. Yeah,
it's really nice to be able to like build your own infrastructure though, because it's pulling away from like the corporate side of music that's like, you know, all business or money. Like it's actually real music made by real people, not just like what's going to chart, what's going to pull in the most numbers. Like it's authentic, it's real. Like I know that we were having a conversation off camera about you know people listening to music and relating to it. I think that is what's so strong about the Birmingham music scene is people relate to it.
You had Skepta as well on a Link Up interview recently saying that like Birmingham's got the styles, like that's where you go to when you want that raw kind of authentic feel of we don't care about what's popular or what's going on, it's what we're on about, and that's where you get that authentic thing. I agree. That's what I'm trying to do now at this point in kind of making music, just make sure I do something creative that makes sense or had meaning to me at the time, and then putting it out there, and whatever kind of happens with that is a bonus from that kind of seed I've planted at that time, if that makes sense.
So going back to Mayday and ALB, you went over to Japan with them, didn't you?
Yes,
Talk to me about the Japan experience.
So that was actually crazy. I do talk about this a lot, but it was a crazy experience. I linked up with Mayday, I think end of 2018, 2019 anyway. But we made a tune called Japan. and the beat was called Japan. It was an everyday grime beat, and we linked up online, writ our bars, linked up at studio. When I got to studio, my phone had restarted or something and deleted literally all my verses. So I knew 2 of my verses, but I had to rewrite one. While I'm rewriting one, obviously first time I met Mayday, he's flying through pure ideas, pure things what he's doing, funding this, funding that. I'm saying, this geezer's tapped in, but same way I'm just trying to write my first verse here. But while I'm doing that, I finished it. The engineer, Trix Dubsco, he's basically said, listen to this instrumental. He's played it, and we said, that's crazy, let's use that rather than use the other beat. Basically, we called that the Dojo. So again, all on the Japan theme, all this is this. Made the tune. A couple of weeks later, Mayday's like, I'm going to Japan, I've got funding. Do you want to come? I'm going to do a show with the local Japanese crew. I'm going to make an EP with them. I said, yeah, why not? So then, we flew over to Japan. Made some music with the 140 BPM crew. Made a joint EP. Yeah, it was a crazy experience, to be fair. We did a show over there as well at Club Stomp. Which is just mad to perform in, like, especially at that kind of level in my career. I feel like I've come a long way since then as well. So to have done that then, to me now, to look back, it's kind of crazy. Like, mad experience of international shellings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was it like performing over there? Like,
it's crazy. The reception was mad. Reception was mad. Like, I've got a lyric in one of my songs. I'm saying, like, the crowd can't understand the word I'm saying. Same way I can't understand them, but everyone's having a good time. I think vibes just show for themselves, and it's kind of universal.
You don't have to understand like what people are saying, just as long as the energy's there, people are receiving that energy, like, and they're giving it back to you, innit?
Yeah, a gum finger's a gum finger, innit?
Well, yeah, it's a universal language, bro. yeah. What was your first performance like?
My first performance? Funny, okay, yeah. I actually had a performance in the middle of town, boring. I can't remember how I patterned it, but some sort of open mic thing was going on. Managed to get through, just kind of did it. I had a song that was kind of waiting to be released after my first release of music. So it was that next step, so I kind of performed just in the middle of town, and I remember it was kind of normal. I've kind of always had a level of confidence to kind of stand in the middle of a room and just be me, do my thing, you know, so it's kind of normal. It's weird now when I walk through Bullring and think, oh yeah, that was kind of my first performance, like in the centre. But from that, I was found. It was somebody posted it online on YouTube on some car review channel. Yeah. And a Grime channel actually found me through that and was like, yo, you're sick, come on our channel, and that kind of opened a lot of doors for me. So that was my first performance. Yeah, some open mic thing in the middle of Birmingham, basically.
No way. What's changed in your performance style then, from like then to now?
I think just aura, experience. I kind of know myself more. I know kind of what I need to do more. There's less kind of doubt. I kind of know how to switch on and kind of get the job done, basically. Because I think it's practice makes perfect, and it, like, when you've done something so many times, it's second nature. Like, I know. Yeah, for real. When the mic's in hand, I'm not cautious. I'm ready. You know.
Locked in.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Do you ever get nervous?
I think if you don't get nervous, like, you're not like living in it, I'd be lying. But it's like when am I nervous? Like when I see the crowd, like it's more of an excitement for me than a nerves. I think because to be nervous, I think it's like, am I gonna fuck up? Am I gonna do something? Now I'm like, even if I fuck up, I've got a pattern that I can sort something out, do this, take time. So now I'm more like, it's excitement where I feel like, cool, I've got this coming up, it's gonna be sick. It might spin this, rather than like a nerves of, am I gonna do a good job? You know, so.
No, it's a positive spin on it. I like it, because like a lot of people do get like proper nervy before a show. It's like, you know, like you said, am I going to fuck up? Am I going to do this? Like, I like the fact that you turn it into like a positive, like, I'm going to go and do it. Don't care what happens. Like, I'll pattern it sound. Like,
I think you need to like use that feeling as well. Because as I said, if you say you're not nervous, then like, you know, like you're feeling something, isn't it? Even if it's, like I say, excitement or doubt or whatever. You need to use that feeling, and for me it's that excitement of, I'm gonna smash this, or and then afterwards maybe I might feel like, I guess, even paranoid to think like, oh, did I do a good enough job then? But as I said, not really nervous to be fair.
Nah, sound. So you've had some really interesting things go on recently. You've had a run of things like being on Kiss, Fresh, One Extra.
Yeah.
What's it like to kind of get that media time?
Full circle moment for me, like, because I remember like locking into Logan Sama on Kiss, or like listening to Sir Spyro and his SoundCloud and these kind of things, like before I'd released any music and had my own lyrics. So for like DJs to play that, I feel like I've actually achieved like something, because it's not just me that thinks it's sick and my friendship group. It's big DJs now, national radio. Someone on the other side of the country might hear that and say, wow, I really buy into my man.
Yeah.
Let me follow him up, let me do this. So it's a full circle moment, man, because I was doing that with other artists and thinking, who's that? I need to get that tune down, know this, and so full circle, man.
Who were some of your biggest musical like inspirations, actually, going back to like, you know, people that you listen to?
Boy Better Know, mainly JME, Skepta, Frisco, Gets, and then Birmingham artists basically after that, like Mayhem, NODB, Deadly, Triller, these kind of guys that were kind of pressure, you know, these guys that were around and like local, and like I'm going through town on my own missions and seeing, oh, that's where they filmed that Freestyle Matter, I would have said this and I would have done this. I think just the local artists kind of inspired me a lot, but growing up it was mainly Boy Better Know, Gets, like seeing that, listening to that, really like getting into grime, because they were the kind of forefront of it and at that time, so they were kind of my biggest inspirations, I guess.
How do you kind of take that influence, like, and also like put it into your music and have like your own spin on it, keep it authentic to who you are and your music?
Well, I think JME is someone, I know I had this conversation there, but I think JME is someone that is authentic and creative enough to where he doesn't have to do anything or kind of sell himself in a certain way. He just puts things out there, and I kind of, that's always been my thing. Like I've never wanted to force anything. I've always wanted to try and keep things authentic, and I'm feeling with me and what I've been doing at the time or how I felt at the time. So I think it's just keeping that authenticity, and kind of that's what kind of shone through for me. And even Skepta moving from a DJ and doing those kind of things, Gets of going from like the really aggressive rowdy guy to having more conscious tunes, and even the position he's in now, like all of those kind of things influenced me to be more of myself and authentic and kind of just do what they did, but in my own kind of way. I like that you stay authentic to yourself, and like you said, like, you know, you're in the grime scene, but like you're not claiming that like you've been on road, you're gonna do this and this, like you're in it for the music, man. It's good. This is the thing, like I go to work in it and people like will say, oh, I like your new song and that, so I can't really be out here trying to say that I'm gonna do things that I'm not, because people at work are gonna start looking at me differently, and like even my family. Well, to a certain level, but I think even like my family like listen to my songs in it, and they will be the first people to pull me up and say, what are you gonna do? What are you saying? Like so, all of that, like it's meaningful to me as well. Like I'm not doing it for anyone else. Like if I put a song out, it's either it's because I've wanted to, and it's a certain expression at the time that I felt, or even just me wanting to kind of exercise my skill of being an artist and an MC. Like it's that level of cool, I'm gonna do this. It's not because no one's asked me or anything like that. It's kind of a passion that I feel, you know. So and you turn that passion into quite a few cool things. So you have proved yourself in battles and clashes. You won the Prizefighter trophy. Talk to me about that. Prizefighter champ. It's funny, to be fair. Man, to be honest, I wasn't gonna get involved. I've done clashes before and Don't Flop, and I've had a few like aftermark battles at like sets and things like that. But I kind of saw Prizefighter and I was like, I could get involved. I don't know, do I want to get involved? And I said, actually, if I do it, more time I'm gonna win. So I jumped on and did a good job. I think people were expecting me to deliver, and I think it's a good feeling knowing that I kind of almost over delivered. If I speak arrogantly in it, but man, go watch that back and tell me what you think. But I think it was a kind of a whitewash. There was kind of, apart from the clash with ZK semi-finals, but ZK is very levels, the other guys. Anyway. So, but that was a proper good battle, but won it, man. It was a good experience. Wasn't too nervous, wasn't too like apprehensive about it. As I said, I went in there thinking I'm gonna go in and win. Like no one's really gonna rubbish me. Nobody really had anything to say too tough. I had everything to say for them. You can watch it back, man. It was a good experience. So, have you got any plans to do any more battles and clashes? Probably not. You know, probably not in it. Probably not. Obviously, if you send for me and I get upset, then you'll get sent back. But Not really. I did the Brum versus Manchester clash as well in it with Trappy and the Manchester guys. So I don't feel like it's not war season for me personally. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah.
Would you ever look at doing like pen game or anything like that?
You know what it is? It takes up a lot of time clashing. Like I said, I like doing creative things now, and kind of more in the aspect of making music and creating a piece of something that's valuable and I can give out and that lasts. Whereas a clash, very unpredictable, and I don't like losing. I hate losing. Like, I'm not a sore loser, but if I'm gonna go away and think about it and analyze what I can do to make sure I don't lose again, so that it takes a lot. I don't really want to get into that mind frame at the moment.
Positive mindset, man. Just keep powering through.
This is it, man. It takes a lot, man. I don't like hating people for too long.
Yeah.
If I did pen game, I'm gonna have to hate people for
that's just long. So what is next for you? What's coming up in the future?
So I've got a release end of this month. That should spin a span of a few EPs. I've got an EP with LRD. I've got some works with Jake Bob. Bane's the producer as well. I'm just trying to gather up all my content and start firing off consistently at the moment. So you'll see a lot more of me. You'll see a lot more of me.
I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for coming on. You've been
thank you for having me.
incredible. You're so welcome.